Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered wake and wary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more."
Distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember rods ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books sources of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore.
And the skill and sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before.
So now that too still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating,
"'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door."
Some late visitor entering my entrance at the chamber door. This is nothing and nothing more.
Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly, your forgiveness I implored, but the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened the wide door, dark and bare, and nothing more."
Deep into that darkness, peering long, I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this and nothing more.
Back into the chamber, turning with all my soul burning. Soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is nothing at my... It is something of my window lattice. Let me see it then. What is threat is my mysteries flow. Let my heart be still a moment. Let this and its mysteries flow. Just the one and nothing more."
Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the stately days of yore. Not the least obedience made he, not a minute's doctor stayed he, but with me of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door, perched and sat and nothing more. Then this bonny bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore, though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, I say, art shrewd, craven, dusky grim, and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's pollution shore. Quoth the raven nevermore. Much I marvel this ungainly proud to hear discourse so painfully, though its answer little meaning, little evincing bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing a bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon his sculpted bust above his chamber door, such a name as nevermore.
But the raven sitting lonely on the placid bust spoke only that one word as of his soul, and that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me as my hopes have flown before." Then the word said nevermore.
Startled at a stillness broken by rapidly so aptly spoken doubleness, said I, "What it utters, it is only stock of store, caught from some unhappy master's womb, unfigured disaster, followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one buttered bore, till daggers of his hope that mentally buttered bore of never, nevermore." But the raven still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this anonymous bird of yore, what this grim ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and anonymous bird of yore, meant in croaking nevermore.
This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing. Through the fog his furry eyes now burned into my bosom's core,
This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining, with the lamplight gloated o'er. But whose velvet violet lining, with the lamplight gloating o'er, she shall press on nevermore.
Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee.
Respite the Nephic from the memories of no more. Quaff, oh quaff, this kind Nepith, and forgot this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
Perpet, said I, thing of evil, perpet still, if bird of devil, whether tempest sent or whether tempest tossed thee that here ashore, dislodge yet all undaunted on this desert land enchanted.
This home by horror haunted, tell me truly, I am poor. If there is your bond, tell me, I am poor. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
Prophet, I said, thing of evil, prophet, still, murderer, devil, by the heaven bends above us, the God we both adore, tell the soul of sorrow what within the distant Aden.
It shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, quoth the raven nevermore. Ye that word or sign of parting, bird or find, I streaked up starting, get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that life thy soul has spoken.
Leave my laws unbroken, put the best above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy from out my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven never more. Still is city, still is city. On the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all seeming of a demon that is dreaming.
And the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.
Woo!